even in your hardship, you got to just keep trusting God. And I wanted to make this video just to kind of remind you that, hey, even in your hardship, you got to trust God because I heard this from Philip Anthony Mitchell, and he essentially said, when you're doing what God wants you to be doing, He's always going to provide. God, you have to just trust that God will provide, even when it doesn't seem like it's possible. You got to trust and you have to believe that the impossible is possible through Jesus Christ. And for example, Philip Anthony Mitchell said this, and he said, when the sparrows, just go out to fly, they're still provided for, even though they don't have some heat-seeking ability to know where the worm is. They just have to trust God that when they fly, when they leave the nest, they're going to find something. And he even made the example, like, when have you ever seen a bird go hungry and die of hunger? It's like they don't know where the next worm is going to be, but they are fed by God. And you have to believe the same thing, that you are worth more than the bird. You're worth more than the grass that's later going to be thrown into the oven. You have to just trust that God's going to provide. And I just wanted, this is going to be real short, but like in your hardship, you got to trust that God is going to provide. Because God isn't here to just let you live a bad life. He's not here to just watch you fail. He wants to see you win. He wants to see you succeed. And He only wishes the best for you, even though sometimes first you need to suffer before you win. So sometimes you just need to learn the lesson that you have been ignoring, and that the lesson that you're only going to learn if you just suffer. And God needs to teach that for you. And if you look back on it, it'll probably be a blessing that you went through all that hardship, because now you have X, Y, and Z trait that's going to help you keep the blessing that God gives you. Because if God gives you a blessing without trusting, without knowing that you are worthy of it, that you will be able to keep it, well, it's not going to be any benefit to you, right? So, sometimes you got to go through the hardship first before you get that blessing, so that you have the trait that God needs you to have, so that you can keep the blessing that's coming. So just reminder, trust God, let Him provide, and He's here to see you win. So just wait on His timing.